they were unaware as to what caused the fire at the present time, but a lot of people were impacted. Uh, but in apartment blocks, they do have they do have guidelines of where the muster points are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once the alarms do sound, everyone's got to basically take the most important belonging is yourself and get out. Um, Now, routinely, I'm not sure if any families have that practice. It would be very, very important to have some kind of system where, okay, guys, if something happens, we would triangulate to one specific area. I mean, uh, first things first, you call 911
Yes.
um, and get the help that's required. Get to safety, very very important.
Mm-hmm.
We had an incident with one of our neighbors, um, and I guess some of the windows at the house were open, so I was busy making arrangements to put the screens back, and I heard a loud noise, um, and I looked out, and it was my neighbor who had toppled and fell on the concrete head first. So the first thing I did was we raced out there and made sure she's still conscious, and then called 911 immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So um, and you got to be able to look out for yourself. At the end of the day, you've got in a housing complex. Everyone sort of uh, understands that it is community living, but in single family dwellings, we can also extend some kind of community orientated living, right? Look out for each other.
Yes, absolutely. So it is time to reiterate the safety rules at this point. Just for the sake of statistics, I would say there are about 24,000 house fires in Canada every year, resulting in an average of 377 deaths and 3,048 injuries per year. The facts about house fires are in Canada, they say 1 in 100 preventable residential fires are fatal. Only 1 in 100 are preventable. Sorry, 1 out of 100 preventable fires are fatal. The number one ignition source in all preventable house fires is cooking equipment that ignites clothing, oil, or inflammable liquids. In fatal preventable house fires, the number one ignition source is smoking materials such as cigarettes. Fires are most likely to start in the kitchen, bedrooms, and living rooms. In fatal preventable house fires, more than one third of the homes didn't have a working smoke detector. One third of the houses didn't have a working smoke detector. Can you believe that? And kitchen fires are very common and very preventable. So, what Ontario website says, ontario.ca, if you Google it up, it says, be alert, do not cook if you are sleepy, have consumed alcohol, drugs, or medicines that makes you drowsy. Just order from Uber. They don't say that, but I'm saying it. Order from Uber because it is so affordable. And always stay in the kitchen while cooking and turn off the stove if you must leave. Keep anything that burns a safe distance from the stove, including oven mitts. So don't think oven mitts are fireproof. They can handle hot things, but they are not fireproof. Cooking utensils, the way you put things on kitchen stove, you must keep the handles turned inward rather than keeping them projecting outside. Dish clothes, paper towels, pot holders, Keep a proper fitting pot lid near the stove when cooking, so you can slide the lid over the pot and turn off the stove if the pot catches fire. Do not move the pot until it has cooled down. We try to move. These are reflexes. You can't control your reflexes, but you have to train yourself to be better. That's what the drill comes in picture. Wear short or tight sleeves or roll sleeves up. Okay, just roll them up when cooking to avoid loose fitting clothes from catching fires on stove burner. How common are these? And when they say one third of people didn't have the smoke alarm, smoke detector, that's so terrible. I think 2.3 million homeowners, if one third, you can just imagine, and those deaths are very possible because you don't have any protection in the house. Just a simple smoke detector. So maybe if you are a smoker, buy one cigarette packet less than what you usually buy. It's that simple. So, right, Mr. Sura?
Well, safety first, absolutely. I mean,
Safety
the
first.
great, yeah,
But
and
we
every
totally
family,
disregard safety.
yeah, every family should have a blanket, like a fire blanket, right? If
Yep. So, Mr. Sura, what do
and
you have for us today?
so today again, we've seen that there's definitely some hesitancy for the buyers. They're
Okay.
waiting to see what happens.
So, hold on to
Uh,
that thought for a minute.
mhm.
Hold on to that thought for a minute. So, we will come back after a short break and we'll listen to what Mr. Amrit Sura has come prepared with for the home buyers. Stay with us. We will be back very soon. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416 213 8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416 213 8600. Are you looking for reliable immigration services? If yes, contact Sukhi Paul at 647 296 4575 or office phone number 905 790 8877. They are located at 219 220 at 7956 Torban Road. It's right at the intersection of Torban Road and Steeles Avenue West. Contact them for all kind of visa services. Finding an honest and diligent insurance and investment advisor is a rarity these days. If you are looking for great advice, contact Mr. Bhupendra Mane, who is the regional director of Cosmos Financial Center. They are located at Union number 830 Top Flight Drive, Mississauga. The phone number to call is 647 448 6229. Give them a call today. Is your business suffering from performance? If yes, it is the right time to call Ravinder Duggi at 416 807 7986. She will find out the weak points and the points where the performance issues are paramount and help you fix those issues. Give her a call today. Do not be late. Are you looking to buy or sell your home or any commercial real estate? If yes, call me today at 647 333 2273 or 647 328 3279. I provide services in real estate and mortgages. I am mortgage broker with Akal Mortgages Inc, where when we say yes, we stand behind our promise. Reach out to me today. Do you want to shop right without burning your pockets? If yes, please visit Monisha Discount Warehouse at 377 Burnhamthorpe Road, East Mississauga, Ontario. They are the best. They have all kind of Indian, Pakistani and other local stuff that you can buy at literally throwaway prices. Contact them at 905 361 0773. Monisha Discount Warehouse. DP Jain is a well-known name in the fields of accounting. You can contact him today at his cell number 416-305-0080 or his office number 905-790-9327. Once you start working with him, you will never want to leave him. He is 5-star professional. Call him today. DP Jain Professional Corporation. PC24 RE is heard over so many different channels. If you want to promote your business for free, call me at 647-333-2273. You can also send your artwork to contact@paulcheema.com. We are here to be partners in your business success. 647-333-2273. पेज 24 ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੋਰਾ ਜੋ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੇ ਹੀ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਰੀਅਲ estate ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਬੜੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਬੜੀ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ, ਐਂਡ ਹੀ ਵਿਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਦ ਬੈਸਟ professional services to you if you are looking to buy or sell your property in and around Abbotsford area. Just do give him a call. You can see his phone number up on the screen, and give him a shout, and he will be more than happy to help you out with whatever your real estate goals are. So give Mr. Amrit Sura a call today and get moving, get packing. That's what I can say. I guess the phone number is not clearly visible, but I will make it visible very shortly as we speak with Mr. Sura. We were talking about the house fires, and like there are 24,000 cases of house fires every year, and only 1 in 100 preventable fires are fatal. The problem starts with you. If you do not keep safety at hand, then things are going to go bad. So the fire safety code also establishes that if you have a basement, it's being occupied by a family, it is always important to have 2 exits from the basement. One could be door, another could be a large window through which people can be evacuated. And some cities also want you to keep a steps ladder close to the window. So if something happens, you just have to jump out of the window. You got to keep that, and window should be able to open completely, either way, outside or inside. It's not that you put a fixed frame glass window, that's not going to work. The window should be functional and should be able to open at 90 degrees so people can get out if there is an emergency. So these are simple fixes to prevent house fire. And do not do electrical work yourself. Don't be an electrician if you know nothing about how the wiring is done. Oh, it's just a matter of replacing a switch. No, it doesn't work like that. A little spark is all that is needed to ignite the insulation, and then you are in the oven, which is going to burn at such a high speed that you will not even remember. Second thing is, you have to have a plan set up that if fire starts, what are your precautions, how you are going to exit the home. If if there are 2 doors and both doors catch fire, are you able to jump through your windows? Is there a plan? Is there a ladder outside the house that you can just climb down through the window? You have to work it out, and do not start calling 911 while still inside the property. Run outside, meet at it under the tree, and call 911 from there. Let the house burn. Save your life first. Thank you very much if you can pay a little attention to what I'm just saying. 36 townhomes, and just imagine a lot of agony, a lot of anguishment, and so much trouble for the families. Right now, they got saved, but their life has become a little chaotic. And how long this will continue? Maybe 6 months to 1 year, when insurance takes over and starts building the townhomes again. It's not easy. Anyways, we are back to Mr. Sura. Mr. Sura, what do you have for our buyers? You were talking something about buyers.
So again, buyers are making informed decisions, taking their time to do so. Definitely, with a lack of supply in the past, due to the fact that the prices were too high for them to pull the trigger. Uh, some of the properties obviously coming down in price, anywhere between 6 and 10% down on the list prices. So it's an opportunity for those people who got pre-qualified at the rates prior to the recent increases. So what I'm seeing is a pipeline of people who were pre-qualified or got the approvals uh, through their banks, and they have to act within the 120 days. So they're coming to the table and getting the deals that they required. So again, timing is of the essence. Now, a lot of people say, well, the sellers are getting hurt because of this. Well, in reality, if you compare the increase from the previous year, it's still substantially higher than what the average would be. So on a year-to-year basis, on a very conservative level, you're anywhere between 5 and 6% increase in your property value. So it's still a benefit. It's slowing down things, coming to a a balanced market, and soon enough it'll turn into a buyer's market. So really keeping up with the properties which would be appropriate for a particular buyer, keeping an eye on that, seeing whether it's terminated or whether it's expired, and it comes back on, and it might check all the right boxes for one particular family. I mean,
Yes.
even with summer coming along, lots of travel planned by people, because it's the first time where restrictions are eased enough that people can take their long vacations. What we're going to see region to region, even yourself, you'll experience some people might be moving back into Ontario. We'll certainly see people who are transitioning from eastern
Yes.
provinces
Yeah, you are
to
right.
British Columbia, right?
That's perfect too.
So,
I am also going to share that because a lot of things are easing out. People are traveling. They saved thousands and thousands of dollars during pandemic because they weren't traveling. And the economics says, the analysts say that people have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know where they get these numbers, but the overall saving they say is runs in $1 billion, which was saved during pandemic. And those people are now using that saving to travel, to get a fresh air somewhere else. This is how things are moving right now. And we are just looking that the fixed rates are heading toward 5% as well. I will talk about this report. I'm not sure if you have heard that, but fixed rates are heading towards 5% fixed rate at this moment, because the 5-year Government of Canada bond yield has gone up. It has risen over 60 basis points in under 2 weeks, closing higher each day since May 27. So the rates are definitely going up. So they are headed to 5%. Oh my God, when I got my mortgage, my rate was 5.15%. And then we started having honeymoon with rates going down and down and down. Technically, we were like not paying anything at all for living. Now we have to pay. It's becoming troublesome. So, so the fixed rates are definitely going up, but that shouldn't stop people from buying a house. And I'm strongly in favor of you buying a house today rather than wait till they become a dollar for two houses, which is not going to happen. A dollar for two houses, Mr. Amrisura, that would be a fantastic phenomenon. Well, I'm going to buy when I would be able to buy two houses for $100,000, and they should be 3,000 square feet. Should have 5 bedrooms, 2 master bedrooms, a finished basement. It's not
yeah,
going to happen in Canada. I can't talk about the U.S. because U.S. market couple years back did went really down, and people threw the keys away and they just left houses. And I was reading stories about those empty houses being inhabited by homeless people stealing their plumbing or this and that. So I read a lot of news about that during those times saying, buy this house for $30,000, amazing good house in Detroit. I said,
Hmm.
wow, I didn't have that kind of money, otherwise I would have purchased one.
Yeah. So again, in hindsight, the thing is that maybe everyone should have bought 20 years ago, but it's
Yes,
only appropriate. It's only appropriate now. Now, if you trace back, you just mentioned a good point where when you bought your house, it was 5%. Um, I was talking to some older agents in the office, and they were explaining in 1980s there were anywhere between 13 to 18%, right? Obviously the house prices were in the range of 150 to 300,000.
yeah,
So in that direct reflection, you know the the finances have been able to still provide appropriate services for the houses being affordable. So they look at your monthly income and say, okay, um, yes, uh, there is a possibility that you can afford this,
yeah,
but in the most appropriate thing is not overbuying. You know,
yeah,
you want to be able to, you almost want to make a commitment to yourself that um, moving ahead step by step, instead of a townhouse, start in an apartment.
yes,
Instead of a single family house, let's look at a detached manufactured house, or a townhouse. At the end of the day, yes, there are going to be pad rental or fees to pay, but nevertheless, slow and steady always wins the race. You're going to see some modest gains, very conservatively, if you're looking at a 3 to 7% increase in your property
yes,
value year by year, you're still on the plus side, right?
yes. That's so
So,
true. And the rates are not going down. Mississauga itself really went very high. If you look at those numbers, I would have a Canadian Real Estate Association site open somewhere. So nationally, talking nationwide, there was 7.4% increase in home prices. But when it comes to Ontario, the increase became 13.3%. When I went down to Mississauga, which is a very big city, the increase from the last year was 22.8%. And then when you move down to Toronto area, which is Greater Toronto area, and then the rates become over 30.6% higher. Rate of increase was 30.6% higher than the last year. And at the same time, there is another report that our board has started publishing, which they call as realist data. So I was reading realist data. The realist data basically means, it basically is a measure of people's stability or mindset of the sellers when they are in a market like this. So according to this data, if I could share the report, the monthly realist data is sounds like this. So I will see if I can actually share that window. Right now, it's give me 1 second. I will pull that on this side. I hope then it will be visible. So yes, so I'm going to share this window with browser capture. This is here it is. So this is a PDF report, and which clearly shows how the market has been running. So if you look at this chart 1, which shows monthly realist share, this orange line is a baseline from the older year, like 2012. So this is a 10-year data. So 2012 baseline, average 2012 to 2021. and this blue color line represents the relist share. And you will see how this has been changing. In before 2017, we had a negative relist because houses were selling even before they were coming on the market. So we see they all below the baseline of 16%. It did go up off and on, but most of the time it stayed below the baseline. But after January 2017, when a stress test was imposed, when non-resident speculation tax was put in place, that the realist portion started going higher. Why? Because people got confused. Seller didn't know what to do, so they kept trying different prices with the same brokerage. They listed higher, then they canceled after a few days, then they listed lower, then canceled again, then relisted again. So the data share of relist kept going higher and higher. So you will see more relist activity, like if I do, yeah, you can see my pointer coming down here. And this went all the way like this. Now we are here. And this is close to 25% or 24%, somewhere like that. If you look at them with annual price growth data, you will see a very common feature that when the prices are growing, the realist is decreasing, it's coming down. So here prices are going up, and see, realist share has come down because people weren't relisting, they were in demand. But now, as the demand subsides, the realist data is again on the increase. This is a very useful data, and I'm thankful to Toronto Regional Real Estate Board's analytical department that they put this up. This is a phenomenal data. I really appreciate that. So this is a very critical thing. And then they also shared area-wise from all TREB area. In May, the realist share was realist property were 4,928. And they were built into this 18,679 new listings because they become part of new listings. The share was 26.4%, and looking down at Peel region, 28.9%, different cities showing different realist share. So this reflects, this growing realist share reflects how people are uncertain about where to price their property. So the consumer confidence has fallen not only for buyers, but also for the sellers too, because they don't know. They're trying and trying. Okay, list at $1.3 million, doesn't sell. 1 month later, list at $1.2 million, doesn't sell. List at $1.1 million. They got to move, right? They got to move. They got to sell the property. I'm seeing many listings coming up every other day. It's a growing number. So what do you say, Mr. Sura?
So yeah, we're seeing, similar trends on any, and on any sort of inquiries that we get. We'd say, okay, well, let's look at the
Yeah.
statistics numbers of recent solds in comparable to what the area is where you live. And obviously with the changing market, you want to garner as much activity. So you don't want to be in a position where you underprice.
Yes.
You don't want to be in a situation where you overprice. So you want to price reasonable at the market rate. And then helping the seller understand buyer affordability is also going to help them realize, okay, well, if we price it at X, we're not going to see anyone.
Yes.
If we price it appropriately, we're going to garner some interest. And, the old saying is that the best buyer for the listing is the seller, right? Because
Absolutely.
they have they have their own perception of value. Now, again, we can present all the data.
Yep.
And then we got to look at the situation. We're going
Yep.
to look at, we have to look at the motivation for the seller.
Absolutely, that is
You
so
know,
true. So to call Mr. Amrit Sura, who practices at Abbotsford and nearby municipalities in British Columbia, give him a call at 778-999-1531. 778-999-1531. He is very easily approachable. Give him a shout anytime you need any help in BC. He is there to help you out, make the best moving decision, being selling or be it buying. Yes, Mr. Sura.
yeah. So it's really an exciting when you have those tabletop meetings in someone's home. There's always going to be the perception that you're definitely going to be working in favor for the seller, right? This is the idea that's definitely what you're doing. That's your main idea, and you don't want to. You want to know the motivation at the end of the day. Is it their final sale? Are they going to be retiring? So downsizing um, is an option for them, because then they'd have to relocate to a community-based living if it's a single-family home they're exiting from. Um, if we're looking at um, an investment standpoint, then also people are considering, okay, the release of the initial deposit will be back, and then we can recirculate it back in the market and provide
Yes,
housing at the end of the day. So those kind of things come into play as well. So
very right.
there's always a buyer for any property which is going
For
to be
any
approached.
property, always a buyer for any property. I'm seeing increased response to my own listings. I got two offers on my listing in Mississauga. We are working on them. I
Great.
got two offers on my listing in Kitchener. We are going to get it today actually. And someone was trying to approach me, so I put you on the main frame while I was attending his quick call. He
Right.
is so upset that
Oh,
I
wow.
told him that we are expecting an offer. I have to tell him so that he can be prepared. He says, "Don't let
Yes.
this house go away from me." I said, "Okay, we will not. You do your best. Come up with a strong offer and you will win." So this is things are going to change, and I keep saying this. You don't know when the market will suddenly change. It's downfall, upward rising, upward movement can start any time. So today is the right time to buy. Today, and today itself. Rest is all up to you. You want to sail, you sail. You want to sing, sing. Who can stop you from taking any decision that can harm you? Go ahead, do it. Today is the right day to buy a house if you can afford it. If you need any assistance with mortgages or any private funding for quick closing, quick flipping, you need construction loans, you need to refinance, consolidate your debts, I am your guy, 647 333 2273. Call me for a confidential consultation and I would like to help you out. Even if you are moving out of province and you're buying another home in any other province in Canada, chances are that we are able to help you right from here. You do not have to find a mortgage broker in that province sitting here. That could be too cumbersome or uncertain. We can do it for you right here so you can be approved there. We do have a separate setup through our hub system where you can be approved in most of the provinces. Call me to find out. BC is one of that actually. We can get you qualified. If Mr. Sura finds you a house you want to move in, I can still get your deal funded.
Fantastic.
The world has become a smaller place, Mr. Sura. We are all a phone call away.
It's like a global village, right?
It's a global village. Yeah, I would say it is a global village. It's
Hmm.
so easy to connect with people. We can broadcast anything, anytime, anywhere. and people are so approachable these days. They love to talk because they
Hmm.
have been through so much stressful times, and now is the time that they want to actually be heard. We should talk to them. They should share something with us. It is going on right now. This is becoming a reality. So like usual, I always share the rates using my amazing app, which is called Mopolo. If you look at the screen, I always show you the screen, and it shows the rate of 1 year, which used to be 3.09, has changed to 3.39. And the open rate for 1 year is still 6.30%. All other rates have changed. 5 year conventional mortgage is 4.59%, and 5 year high ratio, which used to be 4.14, is now 4.29. It has gone up. 7 year, 10 year, I haven't seen anyone go that far. People usually go for 5 year term or shorter term. 5 year variable is 2.75 available. Of course, terms and conditions apply for all these rates. You can't get this rate if you have a bad credit. You need to come up with more money to get this kind of rate, but there are so many variables. Give me a shout. Prime rate, which used to be 3.20, has gone up to 3.70, and the qualifying rate is still 5.25%. Like always, I keep saying, you can download this app for your mobile phones, smartphones actually, which are Android based, iOS based, or BlackBerry based. It's available for all those three systems. You can download your free credit report every month. You can download your property evaluation with any upgrades you put in or you're planning to put in and want to know how much will this improve the value of your property. And you can also check personal inventory. You can have a personal inventory tracker. So if something happens, your house catches fire, you need a claim, this app will be very helpful at that point. And right through this app, you can reach out to me and we can talk a lot about where you are, what you want to do, and how your claim can be processed. This was my score, and it is still at the same point. 781, excellent score so far. And these reports are the TransUnion reports, they are not Equifax. TransUnion reports gives you a fair idea of where you are in your credit profile. So it is free. So I will check this next year. It might go up and down, depends how I spend. If you own credit cards or you have credit available at your disposal, make sure you do not use more than 30 to 35%. And do not leave any credit cards unused, because that also reflects bad on your credit. So try to rotate all your credit cards. Try not to exceed 30 to 35% of credit overall. It's not that line of credit you have consumed 90%, it's going to hurt your credit even though you keep paying on time. If you have never used a card, it is hurting you rather than helping you out. Start rotating that card, start using that card, or just cancel it. Talking about cancellation, do not cancel all the cards in one go. Wait, because canceling too many cards can also hurt your score. Paul, what are you saying? Do this, it hurts your score. Don't do this, it hurts your score. And that is so true. You have to be credit wise. And if your credit is hurt and you are just paying the minimum not down payment, you are just paying the minimum balance. If the minimum balance is $10, pay $11 or $10.50. The system will rate you better than if you keep paying the balance. So go slightly higher than minimum balance to improve your credit while you pay your loan. So these are simple fixes, and you can always do that. Mr. Sura, we are so thankful to you for being here. Thank you very much, sir. You always
Thank you.
brighten our day, and I feel so reassured with your presence.
I appreciate you and your time and effort. So continue serving, in the best of our abilities. So it's very, very important to keep encouraging the masses, right? At the end of the day, we're here to help each other along each other's journeys.
Yes, sir. And please spread our YouTube channel to your audience. We need more and more subscriber on that so we can reach out more people. So thank you very much once again. We take your permission. Uh, we greeted people. No, we didn't greet people. That's so bad of me. So if you have your birthday today, or you have an anniversary today, or there was a newborn in your family, well, bingo, we wish you many, many congratulations. Enjoy your life. May every minute of your newborn with your spouse become better and better every day, and all your dreams are fulfilled. The flip side of life is people leave us too. So for those families who lost their beloved one, PC Amritsura and Paul Cheema, we are with you in this moment of sorrow, and we share the same pain. We can feel your pain, and we shall pray to God for peace to the departed soul. Keep spreading the good memories that you had from those people who left you today. They left a legacy. Do not let that legacy die. Do not cry, because cry will not bring them back. But cherish the pleasant moments you had with them. And tell your kids this was how they behaved, acted, and they keep living with you. Mr. Sura, nobody dies. It's just we don't see them physically, but they are with us in our mind, in our action, in our wording, 24/7, 365. They sleep, wake, dance, be sad with us all the time. It's only that we don't see the physical, three-dimensional image of them anymore. Everything is an image in our eyes. That's simple, that we can touch it, feel it. Other than that, it is just a 3D image of each other. So thank you very much, sir. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Good day to you, and we'll talk to you next Thursday.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
So this was Mr. Amritsura from Abbotsford, BC. Please feel free to give him a shout. He will be your very good resource if you need any assistance with real estate, buying or selling. His phone number is 778 999 1531, 778 999 1531, Amritsura, Abbotsford, and area. Thank you very much for being with us today. With this, we call today's broadcast